Hello and welcome. We begin our tour in the most unlikely of places, our kitchen, but it's the only way to access my tiny little cupboard of a studio. That's a little Banksy print on the calendar. It was described to us as half a bedroom, so it's not really a functioning room at all, but it serves me adequately as a little studio, if but a little tight. So you're all familiar with this, regular viewers of this view from my webcam, but I thought I would spend some time doing a fairly exhaustive demonstration of what we've got in here. As you'll see, Sir Percival's up there holding court over the bookshelf.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, enough of that, Sir Percival. Anyway, right, let's begin. So, that's the light switch. Haha. Right, let's start down here in this corner. We've got a candle. Now, I sometimes like that when I'm writing to pretend I'm in a medieval realm. Here we have my vape, which you can often see me puffing on my various videos. What the hell is this? It's Sir Percival's screensaver. I told you not to put that on here. Yeah, absolute swine. There we are. There's my keyboard, which I use for writing, obviously. What else have we got? Not much other than a jar full of Werther's Originals, which are very, very useful for an old man such as me. Here's my computer. It's quite old now, a little sluggish. And some CDs. I'm an old man. I still listen to CDs. Bit of Depeche Mode, Ultra, wonderful. Down here we've got a little, it's a bit dirty down here. We've got a joypad, which I use for my retro gaming, and some glass paper that I use for wrapping paintings. Here we've got some bottles of propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin, which I use for making vape juice. This is a very dusty and old netbook that it's about 18 years old, something like that, which I use for writing, so I can switch over to using that, so I haven't got to listen to the fan whirring on my main computer. This is my chair. So it's a very old chair, which I took from my parents' house when they were going to chuck it out. So I remember this from when I was growing up. A nice old wooden chair. And if I just show you underneath, on the left side there's a bit of a scribble, and that was done by one of my siblings about 35 years ago. Okay, this is just an old hoodie that I use for painting so I don't get paint all over myself. That's my webcam. Hello, Sir Percival. Just a light there for my noggin and a microphone. That's the printer. I've got a couple of doodles there. I got into doing doodles during January. Down here is a wasteland of old crap. Okay, what have we got here? An old map of Japan from an old calendar. Various lists. Here we are. Here's my desk. So here's the second desk. This is my working desk that I use mostly for drawing, sketching, that kind of thing. We've got my very old palette, which has a really nice patina of dried paint all over it, which looks like an abstract painting in its own right. Isn't that lovely? That's a painting there that I did recently, but I'm going to alter. I need to put some more highlights on the bottom because I think it needs to catch a bit more light. Anyway, let's have a look here. Oh, there's another camera there that I use for the live painting sessions. It just swivels around. It's okay, it's nothing special. Right, that there is a plunge bottle of baby oil, which I use for cleaning my brushes. A bit of bog roll, which I use for cleaning my brushes. Here we have various pens, palette knives, scalpels, all manner of things, erasers. This ceramic doodad, which I brought back from Japan. I have no idea what it does. Sir Percival uses it for his wand storage occasionally. What's this? Right, various, well, quite a few brushes, but not as many as some artists have. We've got filberts, we've got flat edge, we've got fan brushes, some blending brushes, all manner of brushes. Isn't that lovely? Right, we've also got various varnishes and an ancient bottle of linseed oil, which I use quite often, but it's lasted for years because you hardly use any of it. Various knives, rulers. Oh, there's the flute that I use for my intros. Isn't that lovely? Okay, here's my main easel. I've got a painting there on the go at the moment, and I've got this goosenecked lamp that I use for that. It's quite useful. Down here, this tiny little beer cap is what I use to contain my linseed oil. Then that's a little jar of odourless thinner. Hardly use any of that because it's very toxic. And those are the paintbrushes I've been using for this particular painting. And a rag of paint that I've been cleaning my brushes with, which I throw on the floor to join the others. I like to create a nice big mound of crap before I clean it away. Okay, down here, this is my main store of paint, which I've got in this lovely box. These paints I bought almost 20 years ago, most of them, and they just keep ticking away. So anyone that thinks oil painting is an expensive pursuit, I suppose it is. The initial outlay is, but once you've got it, it will last you forever unless you splatter the stuff everywhere. Let's close that up and get that out of the way. Let's delve deeper into this crawl space behind the easel. Those there are what remains of my current supply of canvas. So I've got a couple there. Got a little pack of canvas board. A couple more canvases behind there, and I've got a framed canvas board that I've yet to paint. And this is a mighty roll of biodegradable bubble wrap, which I use for wrapping paintings. Now, if we go a little further... It's Sir Percival! Hello, Sir Percival.
Don't go any further.
What do you mean?
Down there.
I'm not allowed to go under there. Why not?
Secret things, yes.
I told you to throw that bloody double-ended wand away.
It isn't that.
I don't believe you, but I'll leave it there. That is hair there, which has been cropped regularly from my beard. Pretty disgusting, I know, but there we are. That's the way we do things in this studio. Right, so the bookshelf itself, we have got lots of things going on here. I don't have much space, so I cram it with all manner of things. We've got a hip flask there with some whiskey in it. We've got Twit to Woo, my pet owl. We have a nice woodblock print that I got brought back from Japan the last time. Went to a nice exhibition of woodblock prints. We have many books, so these books are stacked up. I've read almost all of these books, but I don't really have any room for any new ones, so I'm having to stop. What's this, I hear you ask? It's a Viking drinking horn. So come the evening, I fill this up with a fine ale and glug it down. More books, more books. And what do we have here? This is a H.R. Geiger book, one of my favourite artists. I've got a number of his books. Yes, some more oil paint, Winsor & Newton, haven't used those yet. A fake candle and a tripod I've never used, little mini one. And what's this? It's just a rag. Oh, here we are, some juggling balls.
I like to juggle balls.
Yes, I know you do, you filthy old man, but I'm not talking about those kind of balls. This is a good luck charm for travelling, specifically driving, which I got at a shrine in Kyoto. This is a Nikon D90, which I use to photograph my paintings. Quite an old camera, but still serviceable. This is a joystick that I designed when I was at school. I was absolutely obsessed by joysticks back then, the control method of choice for gaming. And what the hell is that? Like, little book of butts. So Percival, you thought you could get away with that, didn't you, you filthy old man? Right, here we are. I've got a few more books. This is a dash cam that I got for my birthday almost 2 years ago and I've never used. I will eventually. This is the design I did for the Devon Coffee Company, for the company my brother works for. So I did the design for their coffee cups. Let's move that around a bit. There we are. It's quite nice. These pots contain Go counters. The Japanese board game that I used to be obsessed with. You can eat them. No, you can't. Yes, I had to stop playing because I got too addicted to it, so I'm going to save it for when I retire. In a few years. Haha, more books, lots of books. These are a load of canvas stretcher bar things that you put in if the canvas is sagging. I never get that with mine, so I never use them. This is a little print from Lauren Hardy. Lovely. Oh, hello. Who's this? Get down. Yes, it's Arnie. Oh, got a little disco ball there. Occasionally put on if I fancy a boogie. Okay, let's move up here. Who the hell is this? It's one of Sir Percival's gentleman callers. I believe this is Sir Athelston, but he has yet to speak. He will speak another day, I'm sure. These canvases here are ones I've started but have yet to complete. This is one that I did recently and it's there to dry. It's dried now. Just got to varnish the swine. These are PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games that I'm going to be selling on eBay. Let's move this chair out of the way and step on it. What have we got up here? We have the cardboard drying rack that I made. And these are all drying at the moment. In fact, most of them are dry. This is a bloody, ugly, horrid witch thing. Now, you put batteries in her, under her skirt, and she cackles away. But I put them in yesterday, and it seemed to be possessed by a demon because it wouldn't stop cackling and her eyes were going red. So I got a bit scared and took the batteries out. This is a great big tin of odorless thinner, which I hardly use, as I've already said. This is a lino print that I made for my first book, James of Galandar, which I have on the wall there. Right, how much longer? My phone will only record so much, so I've got to be careful. Here we've got a little chest of drawers with various things in. Let's have a look. Crap. Oh, vape flavourings. Smoky tobacco, that's my favourite. What else? A remote shutter timer. I hope there's nothing dodgy in here. That's a Powerball for wrist improvement. There we are. We've got some pens and some CO2 cartridges and a load of ink for my fountain pen and printer cartridges. Oh, wonderful. This little corner here is where the slugs come in. This is a great big roll of canvas that I used to use when I made my own canvases, but I don't have the room now to do it. This is my second, This is my second easel, just a small one that I sometimes use for small paintings. This is the room's mighty furnace. It's pretty pathetic actually. It's about as effective as lighting a candle in a cathedral. It doesn't provide much heat at all. These are my varnishing brushes and priming brushes, and they are contained in a titty mug. Lovely. It's very cumbersome to drink out of, so I turned it into a repository for brushes. Various things here. We've got a little vial of Okinawan sand, which is actually coral, a lucky pebble, some car keys, and some stones from Mount Fuji that I stole. I think you're allowed to take them. And here's my little garden. So we've got, this is my favourite one, Dr. Green Thumb. He's got a little sword there and a little acorn hiding in the back that I was trying to turn into a tree, but it didn't work. This sorry looking specimen was given to me as a present a few years ago for Christmas, and I've managed to keep him alive by the skin of his teeth. His name is Jimmy Two Fingers. This one is another succulent. This one is called Bugger Bugger Bugger. Very strange plant, that one. And last but not least, Sir Cockington of Cockington Manor. I do like a succulent every now and then. This is what I feed them. It's just water, but as you can see, it's full of some kind of green algae or something. Probably another civilization growing in there of some sort. Incense burner that I've never used. A cactus jar full of tools. Sir Bitey that bites the caps off my ales in the evening. We've got surface primer. We've got a hairspray that I use to fix drawings. Story cubes. Baby oil for when I get naked and dance around the room. No, I don't. I use it for the washing the brushes, of course. And let's finish with Akira, a wonderful film and a wonderful poster. We don't have a garden, but I'll show you the neighbour's courtyard. Why not? It's lovely. And it's fucking raining, obviously. Okay, so end of the tour. Thank you very much for watching till the end. If you have, consider subscribing. But if not, don't worry. I just hope you've enjoyed your stay. I will be back shortly with another video. Perhaps some new paintings, perhaps a book review, who knows. We do all manner of things on this channel. We don't play by the rules. All manner of things are permissible. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you shortly. See you soon. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This isn't good. Get out! Oh shit. That's not good.